So, it's been a minute since I made a fucking video, but I'm really making this one more so for myself. Uh, I don't know, just because this last half of the year has been difficult for me to accept that I'm a long way from where I was, but also still far as shit from where I'm trying to be. But where I am now is exactly where I should be, and the spot that I was praying to be years ago. But this is my journal. I started this shit in like 2020, right before I worked my last job. I say I quit, but technically I got fired because I was doing some dumbass shit on the job on purpose. But yeah, I kind of go in and out of writing of this. So like literally it's only one journal, and I started in 2020. And so there's just entries in here sporadically. But I just wanted to read this one, a couple entries from 4 years ago. So here, 12 to 21. Today is the first shoot day, and I'm excited. Kind of sick about my car issues, and I'm honestly in a bad space financially, but it's cool. I always feel like it's my own fault for being in the position I'm in, so I find it difficult to complain. I think I'm gonna just sleep in the car tonight. I wanna give Lee some space, and I also don't feel comfortable staying at Auntie Trinka's when I don't have any money. Things will be okay, just keep going. 12/3/21. Yesterday was our first OTV shoot. Today I am a professional. I was nervous at first, but I just needed to get that first time out of the way. My brother said I shouldn't be, but a little concerned about having enough shots to center. Also feel relieved, and moving forward, I will have way more confidence. Need to keep the foot on the gas. Have to get on a schedule so I can have organization in my life. We are close. 12/4/21. Approaching a year since I got fired from Kihi, feelings of disappointment often creep into my mind. I still have faith in the dream, although I have no idea how to move forward from here. Praying for guidance. I really need it right now. Everything will work out. Smiley face. So yeah, 12 December 2021. I was fucking a year out from getting fired from my last job. I was doing DoorDash basically the first half of the year. And then the second half of 2021, I was trying to figure out how to make the video shit work. But yeah, it's just a reminder that like, bro, 12/3/2021 or 12/4/2021 was the first time I ever got paid. It was $500. I split that shit with my brother. He came with me, and we shot some pictures and did a little event recap, a video recap, and I was lit off of that shit. And then 2022, I still didn't really make no bread. But then 2023, I started seeing some. 2024, double that. And then this year, I doubled last year. So shit is going, you know what I mean? But it's hard to just be like, yeah, everything's amazing. Because literally, bro, I'm working hard to try to make all this shit work. And I got a wife and I got a baby. And that should be challenging, trying to balance going as hard as possible on. Now we got a studio making this work along with still getting video clients and making money to pay the rent, and then being a good husband and a good dad. Um, Shit's hard, bro. And I be saying this shit, but life don't get easier. It's easy to be like broke and opt out of the system. And I was having this conversation, or we kind of was just talking about, I posted shit on my story about, can you have peace without freedom? And I'm gonna just accept that everybody's definition of freedom is different. Because some people say they're free because they could work a job, and if their boss is mean, they could leave their job and they get paid to have enough, they could buy food and pay for their apartment or house or whatever. But to me, that's slavery still. If I have to go to work, I have to clock in order to get the basic needs of living met. That don't feel free to me. And to me, there's only three options of freedom. Either one, you opt out of the system, which I ain't down for. Obviously, bro, we live in a capitalist system, and there's rules. You got to play the game. You got to know the game and then play the game if you want to excel in the system. And opting out is like what? Being homeless, and just, that's freedom for sure. And niggas is probably happy as fuck, just like living off the grid and foraging and Some niggas panhandling for some money, but like, I'm not doing that, bro. Second option is death. I believe that dying will free your mind, your body, and then it allows your spirit or your mind to do whatever it wants. Like you're no longer bound to physical constraints. And then the third option, which is to me still is not really freedom, but is the best illusion that you can get under these circumstances, and that is to make a fuck ton of money. Because then you start playing above the rules. Like obviously there's still rules that you're within, but then you don't have to worry about food. You don't have to worry about shelter. All that shit is just built in to life. Like you get it already because you make a certain amount of money that is life isn't normal. Which I still don't agree that life being normal shouldn't hinge on having to provide value to the world. Like, bro, we're born into this world outside of our choosing. Like, we are born here, and then right away, we have to opt into the system in order to get anywhere. So that's a hard thing. That's been a hard thing for me, just trying to figure out. And I was talking to Lee about this earlier, but I think now that I started to make more money, before I used to be an opt out of the system type of person, like fuck everything, fuck all this shit, I'll break all the rules and do whatever the fuck I want. But then that doesn't lead to real success. Like you could get quick gains and like some cool highs, but it's not long lasting. And so now I'm understanding like, all right, if I want to get the point of freedom in the context of how this world operates today, I have to learn the game, I have to play the game, I have to follow the rules until it gets to the point where the rules don't really apply to me because you've like exceeded so many levels. But yeah, 2020, December 31st, 2020 was my last day working a job. And that was like a reset for me because I couldn't keep going down that path of working for someone else. And it just didn't feel fulfilling. Now, life feels more fulfilling. I still don't feel free, but I see it's possible. And now it's just accepting that I'm living a life that niggas would kill for, or shit, myself 4 years ago would kill for. And so, shit is cool, man. That's really all. I'll see you later.